Winding down tables at closing time. Neon clock said midnight. You said I'm just fine. I was nursing my coffee, trying not to stare. Boots on the rail, heart hanging in the air. You laughed at my jokes that weren't that good. Said you talked too much the way a stranger would. But you tapped on my cup and you stole my hat. Said if you want this back, you know where I'm at. Take me down those back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the fences that you built so high, past the hurt you swear you left behind. I don't need a map, a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. First date was a booth by the kitchen door. You said I don't dress up, this is who I am, for sure. You were nervous with your hands spinning that straw. I was terrified you'd see every crack and flaw. We talked about Sunday and no mistakes, the kind of trust it breaks and what it takes. You said people leave when the road gets rough. I said baby I'm a fool, it stays too much. So take me down those back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the fences that you built so high, past the hurt you swear you left behind. I don't need a map, a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. You showed me your daddy's old fishing place, half fallen dock and his tackle case. Said he drank too hard and he loved too loud. Then you stared at the sky like it was a crowd. I skipped a stone but it just sank down. You said that's more like him than some saint in town. I wrapped you in my jacket when the wind got cold. You whispered I'm not easy, I'm just kind of old. You said my story ain't pretty, it's a scrapyard piled high. I said girl, it's your city, I'm just driving by. Let me down those back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the empty nights and goodbye calls, past the names you carved on bedroom walls. I don't need a map, a perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. Year one flew by in a single song. Spring turned to summer, then autumn long. We were painting that bedroom eggshell white, arguing colors and making up all night. You cried in the driveway in your mama's dress, holding that picture from a past you guessed. You said I'm scared you'll find somebody new. I pulled you close and said that ain't what I do. I said I've known of you from leaving, I've slept in the cab alone, but with your head on my hoodie, every highway feels like home. So I'm staying on these back roads to your heart, past the keep out signs and rusted parts, past the I don't care you like to say, to hide the part of you that hopes I'll stay. I don't need a map or perfect start, just a beat up truck and who you are. Every mile, every scar, every hard part, I'll drive all night down back roads to your heart. We had that winter where we damn near broke. living off tips and secondhand smoke. You took extra shifts, I worked overtime. We buried our anger under dollar signs. Dishes like mountains in the kitchen sink. Both of us too tired to talk or think, till one late. You walked in, blues loud on that old pine floor. Sun swinging in behind you like it had been there before. You laughed once, made the jukebox skip the beat. Spilled a little of your drink right there on my torn up seat. You said that your truck out there by my leaning sign. I said, yeah, she's old but faithful, kinda like this heart of mine. You smiled slow, said faithful's hard to find these days. I swear time now shifted while you traced your blast that away. Gas tank half, heart full, you and me in this long dirt road. Every mile, every dust cloud, writing stories we ain't told. Got your hand on my shoulder, headlight halo on your face. If this is all I ever get, I don't need another place. Gas tank half, heart full. I got enough to love you all the way. We pulled out, radio stuck on some old song. You sang the words half wrong, but you sang them big and strong. Yeah, you did. We kicked off, both boots on the dashboard bare. Wind tangled up your hair like it had a right to be there. You said, don't valve straight, let's get a little bit lost. Take the turns down, look stupid, chase the lines that get crossed. I said, girl, you're trouble. He said, yeah, I've heard that one. But your fingers found my knuckles, and trouble never felt this fun. Gas tank half, heart full, you and me in this long dirt road. Every mile, every dust cloud, writing the stories we ain't told. Got your hand on my shoulder, headlight halo on your face. If this is all I ever get, I don't need another place. Gas tank half, heart full. I got enough to love you all the way. We hit that little bridge where the creek runs stand. He said, kill the lights a minute, let the quiet bore in. We listened to the frogs and the ticking heat just slid across that cracked bench seat. Till your head fit my heartbeat. You told me about the town that you left last June, the promise you thought you broken when you walked away too soon. Your voice shook when you said, I ain't good at staying. I said, girl, I ain't perfect, but I'm hell at finding ways to fix what's meant, patch what's torn, keep us rolling through this truck, it's hard, every kind of load. I got room for all your baggage. We can spread it down this road. Come on! Gas tank half, heart full, you and me in this Honda road. Every mile, every dust cloud, riding stories we ain't told. Got your hand on my shoulder, headlight halo on your face. If this is all I ever get, I don't need another phrase. Gas tank half, heart full. Got enough to love you all the way. Baby, love ain't some big fight. Baby, it's a slow burn. Baby, it's the way you life. Every time we miss a turn. Maybe it's your jacket on my back when nights get cold. The way you bite your lip, then you stay to getting old. It's your name on my receipts, coffee cups and folded notes. It's every tiny Tuesday that keeps me afloat. Years later, same bar, same scuffed up floor. Your boots a little more faded, kids' crayons on the door. You walk in, balancing pizza and car keys. I still lose my words, like you knocked them out of me. There's a picture on the wall of our first night. My old truck in the background, tailgate full of fights, vibes. We traded some dirt road for mortgage lines, but you still steal my heart. Well, met you at the Exxon off of exit 23. You were buying coffee, I was buying gasoline. You laughed when my card wouldn't swipe that day. Said, guess the universe wants you to stay. Love like that don't fade, it burns like a match on a midnight back road turn. From a slow dance in a stranger's bar to your name on a keychain hanging in my car. We were young, we were wild, we were lean on love. Put your hand on my knee, said this is enough. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. We moved in half a mile from your folks. Hand-me-down sofa, hand-me-down jokes. Painted every room with a cheap old brush. You got blue on your nose, I fell harder at once. Love like that don't need much cash, just a box spring bed and a grocery sack, a crooked mailbox and a coffee cup. You steal from the diner when the sun comes up. We were broke, we were tired, we were counting change, but your head on my chest made it all feel straight. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. You cried on the porch with that phone in your hand. Said the doctor just called, we need a new plan. I held you so close, felt you come shoulders shook. This ain't the end, it's a brand new book. Love like that walks through the fire, through the hard news calls and the worn out tires, through the what ifs and the sleepless nights, through the quiet car rides and the strangled fights. We were scared, we were small, we were losing ground, but your voice in the dark was my favorite sound. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. Year 5 hit like a freight train storm. Dishes in the sink, clothes never warm. You were working late, I was gone all week. 2 ghosts in a house, too tired to speak. Then one day you slammed the drawer, said, what are we even doing this for? I dropped my keys by the kitchen light, said, I'm here right now, let's choose tonight. Love like that don't run, it stays. Pours another cup and it learns your name. In the silence, it still leans in, says, tell me the truth, where do we begin? We were worn, we were sore, we were paper thin, but your eyes met mine and I saw you again. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. I still see you in that gas station glow. First hello, first I don't know. Every mile, every wrong turn sign, somehow all of them led to your side. Now the kids in the yard leave their bikes in the drive. You tap on the glass just to keep them alive. There's a streak of gray running through your hair. You roll your eyes, I swear I still stare. Some folks say it all fades fast, that the good days live in the distant past. But your laugh in the lines at the edge of your eyes looks better now than July sky. Love like that grows, it bends, puts deeper roots in the hard-packed sand, through the cracked phone screens and the late-night bills, through the sick day calls and the quiet pills. We got dents, we got scars, but we're still right here, and your hand in mine feels brand new each year. Yeah, love like that keeps coming back. You in a window, moon on the glass. I'm counting blessings, you're counting. You were dust on my dashboard, coffee on my sleeve, laughing out the window at a world we had to leave. Sunday on the blacktop, your boots on my dash. You said love's just a moment, I swore it always lasts. We carved our names in oak wood by that rusted county bridge. You said you'd jump forever if forever meant like this. I kissed your worries quiet under harvest moon and smoke. You said, boy, just don't you promise things you can't hold like a rope. But I'm still halfway back to you on every 2-lane that I drive through. Every now leaving sign feels like I'm leaving you behind. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile of missing you. I turn the key, but the truth shines through. I'm still halfway back to you. You packed 2 broken beside a note. Said I need someone steady, not a storm and worn out jeans. I can't raise our kids on wishes and those half-remembered dreams. I watched your taillights shrinking like a prayer that came too late. Beer got warm there in my hand, my pride burned into shame. Neighbors watched through curtains like a small town evening show. I just stood there in the gravel, let that gravel have my soul. 'Cause I'm still halfway back to you on every song the jukebox choose. Every slow dance in this bar, I see your hands, I feel your scars. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile of missing you. I spin in place like a truck can do. I'm still halfway back, halfway back to you. I tried to hate your leaving, tried to curse your daddy's name, tried to blame this town, this house, tried to drown you in the rain. But your ghost drinks in my kitchen, wears my shirt and hums off key, reaching for that chip blue coffee cup like you're right here next to me. Oh. Your toothbrush is on the counter, your dress hangs on the door. The grocery list you scribbled still curl up on the floor. Milk, eggs, call mom flowers with a heart beside my name. I trace it with my thumb and wonder when forever changed its frame. Your mama meets me Fridays at that diner off the square. She still orders what you used to, leaves your portion in the chair. She says, boy, you look so tired, like you've driven through your youth. I stir my coffee, try to smile, but my eyes confess the truth, that I'm still halfway back to you on every future I walk through. Every baby in a stroller, every hand on someone's shoulder. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile of missing you. I swear I've changed, if you only knew. I'm still halfway back, halfway back to you. I quit the Friday poker, sold the boat, paid off the loan, fixed the screen door like you asked, hung some curtains in our home. There's a garden out there growing where your wildflowers used to be. I learned to follow planting seasons like you taught me patiently. I talk to you at sundown on that back porch swing that squeaks, tell you about the neighbor's dog, how the roof still leaks. I practice all my apologies on the wind and on my beard. I say, girl, I get it now, but you ain't here to hear. Still, I'm halfway back to you through every choice I didn't choose, every slam door, every fight, when I pick being proud over being right. If love's a road, I'm stuck on this view, mile after mile of missing you. I trade this house, this life, this pew, just to get all the way. Wind howling down these canyons, dry as a bone in my throat. Another sunrise bleeding red, no promise in its glow. Yeah, promises, they break easy, like sun-baked earth. Love's a hard wind blowing, hard wind blowing through me. Takes what it wants, leaves just us. Love's a hard wind blowing, hard wind blowing free. Remember her laugh forever, cool water on my face. Now just a cracked, dry riverbed, no comfort, no trace. Just echoes, empty echoes in this hollow space. Love's a hard wind blowing, hard wind blowing through me. Takes what it wants, leaves just us. Love's a hard wind blowing, hard wind blowing free. Met you where the gravel turns back into clay. Red dust on your sandals, sun dying away. You laughed at my pickup, said that thing still runs. I said it gets me through the mud and under setting suns. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe in a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to your heart. Oh yeah. You climbed in the front seat, feet up on the dash, radio half crackling, old pictures in the glass. Told me about your leaving and all you had to prove. I said I ain't scared of distance if it keeps me next to you. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe in a sky that's falling dark. I We learned every fence post, every leaning tree, that old rusted mailbox where you first kissed me. Moonlight on the mirror, your hair a tangled mess. You whispered, can you feel it? I choked on my yes, yeah. Thought it'd be forever, young and wild and sure. Didn't see the storm clouds rolling past your door. You're my back road to your heart, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe in a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to your heart. You left with the sunrise, threw bags in your car, said I'll call you Sunday. I watched you drive too far. Weeks turned into winters, small talk turned to snow. Buried all the letters in the field behind the road. I tried chasing bright lights, I tried chasing pay, but every single payday just felt like a way. You're my back road to your heart, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe in a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road. Years go like taillights fading out of view. I swore I was over everything about you, till I saw that same sandlot, heard that same screen door, and your shadow on the porch like the night before. You said I got tired of leaving, tired of starting new. Every map I ever followed kept on pointing back to you. You're my back road to my home, to the place I wanna be. Every wrong turn that I took kept curving back to we got miles and miles of mercy and a second-hand fresh start. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to my heart, yeah. Now there's boots by the doorway, two mugs in the sink, your jacket on my chair, your lipstick on the rim, that pink. Mornings taste like coffee and your shoulder on my chest. Nights feel like a long drive where we never need to rest. Sometimes we get stubborn, sometimes we slam doors, but we always circle back to that gravel road of ours. You're my back road to my heart, rough and full of turns. Every fight, every kiss, just another curve we learn. We got miles and miles of living in a truck that barely starts. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to my heart, yeah. You're my back road to my heart, yeah. Engine never, engine never. Met you by the ice machine, July heat, dust on my jeans. You laughed in my hometown shirt, said, you boys ever leave this dirt? I said, sometimes I drive too far, turn this county into my backyard. You hopped right up in my truck, kicked off boots, said turn it up. We got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, kissing like we're gonna disappear. Every face scars on my left arm said, who hurt you? I won't, I swear. I told stories I never told about a ring and a promise gone cold. You just squeezed my callous hand, said, boy, I ain't her, I understand. We got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, kissing like we're gonna disappear, every mile pulling you near. You're my wow, my worn out timer, my church pew, my front porch choir. If this old world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn, burn. Back road hearts on fire. Your mama said I drove too fast. Your daddy swore we never last. I mowed his yard from June to fall. Now he calls me son in the church hall. We found a house with a crooked gate, leaky roof, but the bones were great. Painted rooms with a radio low, dancing barefoot on the plywood floor. Who knew hammer nails and grocery runs could feel like fireworks and smoking guns? Who knew Sunday bills and Monday chores could sound like you humming by the screen door? We got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, fighting over nothing, making up two cracked mugs, one coffee cup. You're my wild, my worn out time, my storm sky, my small town choir. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn, burn. Back road hearts on fire. We learned love ain't all moonlight, it's morning breath and late night fights. You're slamming doors, me cutting grass, cooling down, then crawling back. Your tears soaking my old flannel, my pride stuck on every channel. You're saying talk, me saying fine, till fine turned into I'm on your side. All these almost broken, bent up days somehow shaped the vows we made. Every silence, every shout teaches us what love's about. We got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, crying in the kitchen, holding on. One small flame till the dark is gone. You're my wild, my worn out time, my rough edge and my tender wire. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn, burn. Back road hearts on fire. We'll get old, you know we will, wrinkled hands on the same old hill, watching grandkids chase the light as the day runs out of sky. Will you still steal all the covers, still roll your eyes at my jokes? Will we still dance slow in the hallway to songs only we know? If your memory ever fades, I'll retell every single day how you met me by that ice machine, how we turned this gravel into a dream. Oh, yeah. We got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire. From first hello to last goodbye, we'll ride it out, you and I. You're my wild, my worn out time, my last match, my sweetest choir. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still. Met you by the ice machine, dusty pumps at 17. You were buying cherry coke, laughing at your own bad jokes, sunburn on my farmer's tan. You said, nice truck, I said, hop in if you ain't got plans. You said, guess I'm in luck, it's that back road kind of forever, hand in mine through any weather, from red clay rust to some tux and a white dress. Yeah, this wild horse slow dance feeling got me spun out to the ceiling. If this is love, then I ain't scared to confess. Back road kind of forever, I ain't settling for less. We missed the county fair that night, took the long way, lost the light, parked out by the old state line. Radio low, miles. My arm said, boy, don't you let this pass. It's that back road kind of forever, hand in mind through any weather. From red clay ruts to some tux and a white dress. Yeah, this wild horse slow dance feeling got me spun out to the ceiling. If this is love, then I ain't scared to confess. Back road kind of forever, I ain't settling for less. Years roll by like mile mark signs, cheap perfume and cheap red wine, apartment couch, late night news. We were broke, just paying dues. You work doubles, I work nights. We made coffee our best friend. I'd kiss your hand beneath the lights and swear this grind would end. Every bill, every fight, every wrong turn turned out right. 'Cause you stayed, I stayed too. What else could I do? For that back road kind of forever, hand in mind through any weather. From red clay ruts to some tux and a white dress. Yeah, this wild horse slow dance feeling got me spun out to the ceiling. If this is love, then I ain't scared to confess. Back road kind of forever, I ain't settling for less. Then came tiny cowboy boots, left beside the front door, mad smiling face in Sunday suits. You said, think he's got your lap. We traded bars for baseball games, late night drives for pillow forts. Your braided hair, I called out plays. We found joy in the small reports. Every dad, every mom, little scribbles on the wall. Every mess, every tear pulled our hearts near. It's that back road kind of forever, family choir singing together. From red clay ruts to a house full of loud kids. Yeah, this wild horse slow dance feeling, now it's 4 hearts at the ceiling. If this is love, I'm glad we never called it quits. Back road kind of forever, yeah, I'm all in for this. One day we'll be rocking chairs, sunset in your silver hair, wrinkled hands and reading glasses, laughing at those reckless past. You'll say, can you believe that girl who climbed into that dusty truck? I'll say, best wrong turn in the world. You'll smile, guess we pushed our luck. Oh yeah, for that back road kind of forever, hand in mind through failing weather. From red clay ruts to the tremble in our knees. Yeah, this wild horse slow dance feeling still comes back, hits me reeling. If this is love, I'll take it on my tired feet. Back road kind of forever, you still make my life complete. And if I go before you do, don't you cry for long, my dear. Turn the key, chase something new. Feel the wind erase your fear. But when that gravel hums just right and the sky burns soft and low, know I'm riding with you tonight. In that cab you ain't alone. It's that back road kind of forever, hand in mind through failing weather. From red clay ruts to the tremble in our knees. Yeah, this wild horse slow dance feeling still comes back, hits me reeling. If this is love, I'll take it on my tired feet. Back road kind of forever, you still make my life complete. Met you leaning on a rusted Ford, boot heel tapping on a 2x4. Sun going down in a blaze out west, laugh on your lips, dust on your dress. If this is love, then let it ride like a long dirt road in the midnight. Windows down, your hand in mine, old tape hiss and a crack brake light. If this is love, I don't wanna land, just circle this town in a beat-up van. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations, out past every old frustration. You drew a heart in the county fair dust, said it ain't much, but it's enough. We shared fries and a paper cup shake, kissed so hard that the world got laid. If this is love, then let it ride like a long dirt road in the midnight. Windows down, your hand in mine, old tape hiss and a crack brake light. If this is love, I don't wanna land, just circle this town in a beat-up van. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations, out past every old frustration. One day we'll trade this busted bed for a creaking porch and a roof instead, but keep that wild in your eyes, my friend. Oh yeah, we'll still get lost on a dead-end bend. If this is love, then let it ride like a long dirt road in the midnight. Windows down, your hand in mine, old tape hiss and a crack brake light. If this is love, I don't wanna land, just circle this town in a beat-up van. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations. You and me, chasing tailgate constellations. Met you in a bar off Highway 9. You were laughing at the jukebox, skipping every line. Boot heel tapping, blue eyes sharp, you drew your name in the ring on the bar. Said you look lost, but you look sure. I said I ain't cured, but I've seen worse. You stole my cap, said drive me home. Out the window fast, followed fence posts, chasing cattle and grass, radio buzzing some worn out tune, but you were humming something brand new. Dust in your hair, sun on your arm, bare feet up on my dashboard charm. You said promise me just one thing, if this breaks we still let it sting. I got your back roads on my heart, got your laughter in my lungs. Every time I try to leave, I taste your name on my tongue. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the stop I Got your jacket on my chair. Every empty Sunday morning, you're the ghost of sitting there. You're the long way I keep taking. You're the mark on every chart. I got your back roads, driving through my heart. Hey! Late one late fall, leaves all rust. You pack dreams in the back of my truck. Say there's a job 3 counties away. Will you hate me if I can't stay? I clenched my jaw, tried to act tough, but every brave word just wasn't enough. You kissed my chin, missed my mouth, said if it's real, it'll find its route. Now it's coffee for one at that same old bar. Your laugh lives on in the corner by the jar. I talk too loud, so I don't think. I chew my pride like tobacco and drink. Folks say, son, let it go, but you're stitched in every shirt I own. You're the way my hand hangs on the wheel, that little pause before I peel. I drive past that job sign twice a week, practice speeches I'll never speak. Baby, I'm better, I ain't so scared, but I turn around halfway there. I got your back roads on my heart, got your thunder in my chest. Every girl that learns my name just gets your secondhand best. You're the long way I keep taking. You're the scar dressed up as art. I got your back roads, winding through my heart. Oh, winding. Time moves on like a cattle train. New paint signs, same old rain. Heard you married some steady hand, a quiet guy, safer plan. I ain't bitter, I ain't mad, just a little more like my old man. Talk big talk, sleep alone, leave the light on like you're coming home. If loving you was wrong, then wrong felt right. If losing you was mercy, why's it haunt my nights? If I had one more, met you where the gravel meets the old state line. You were drinking cherry cola, I was sipping cheap red wine. The sun was hanging crooked on a rusty welcome sign. You laughed and said you're leaving, or you're staying here this time. You had dust on your sandals and a map in your hand. Said I'm following the detours more than any kind of plan. I said, girl, I get that, been running since I ran. Then your fingers brushed my jacket and the world just kinda ran. You're my bag of road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my bag road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. We drove past a mailbox with my faded family name. You said, tell me about your goals, tell me about your shame. I watched the fields roll over like they never learned my face. Said I never felt like I belonged in any one damn place. You turned down the volume on that old dashboard glow. 'Cause everybody's running 'cause they're scared to let it show. Then you put your head against the cold glass of the door, whispered, if you wanna leave, why you circling back for more? You're my bag of road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every busted diner with the flickering open sign. You stole all my French fries, I stole little looks sometimes. You said, love ain't fireworks, it's coffee at 2 a.m. It's the way you say you're leaving, but you circle back again. We slow danced on the sidewalk to a song from inside. The waitress lit a cigarette and gave a tired smile. You spun underneath the neon in your threadbare jeans. Said, if this ain't forever, it's the closest that I've seen. You're my back road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. I've loved like a landslide, fast and gone too soon. I've loved like a thunderstorm, shaking every room. But this feels like sunrise, slow on your bedroom wall, like the quiet in your laughter when you finally trust the fall. Now there's boots on your doorstep and a dog by a gate, your sweater on my chair and your hair in my pillowcase. My mom keeps calling just to hear you on the line. She says, boy, she's got that kindness we've been praying you would find. Your toothbrush in my bathroom looks like it always belonged. We burn the eggs each Sunday while we hum the same old song. You kiss me in the kitchen, smell of coffee, toast, and rain. Say you think this road we're taking never circles back again. You're my back road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. If the truck breaks down and the money runs thin, on a farm down in Texas, a quiet few years back, a little boy had questions, hungry for some facts.
Oh mama, what is love, he asked. I don't understand. She smiled and looked into his eyes and gently touched his hand.
And she said, love is a desire to be together, no matter what it costs us, through all kinds of weather.
Oh, it grows like a garden, getting better and better.
Love is desire to be together. When his mama finished speaking, she kissed and held him tight. The evening grown old and it was time to say goodnight.
Starling in the darkness and laying in his bed, his mind kept on studying the words his mama said.
And she said, love is a desire to be together, no matter what it costs us, through all kinds of weather.
Oh, it grows like a garden, getting better and
said love is a desire to be together, no matter what it costs us, through all kinds of weather.